And we are back with another episode of My Heart Beats Dog with two amazing women today who are making big strides in the pet industry. If you have a dog, if you have a cat, if you love to keep your dog and or your cat in good shape, you definitely want to get to know Jamie Smith and Laci Brown. Welcome, ladies.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. I know here at Phytos of Reality, we've been around about 13 years. We love to improve the health of our animals. That's what my audience thrives on. I think that we all want our pets to live longer, healthier, better lives. And here we are at the end of 2024, going into a new year. Tell me who you are and tell me the name of your company. And I'll start with you. Jamie, tell me who you are, what you do.
Yes, I am Jamie Smith. I am the CEO and co-founder of Innovative Pet Lab. We are a science-driven pet wellness company, and it sounds like your audience are our people. We're focused on not only expanding our pets' lives, but giving them quality life as well.
Awesome. Awesome. And how about you, Laci? Tell me who you are, what you do.
I'm Laci Brown, and I am the VP of Partnerships for Innovative Pet Lab. And I am a dog mom and a human mom too. And I love pets, and I love working at IPL and helping pets live longer, healthier lives.
Well, I found you all through just a series of random events, and thank goodness, because what you've invented for pets is what is a game changer. It's just a game changer. It's the one thing for me, if you're trying to keep your pet healthy, I think no matter who you are, how old your pet is, Innovative Pet Lab has a product that could help. So what exactly is Innovative Pet Lab, and what do you do and sell, Jamie?
Yeah, so we are an at-home pet testing company. Myself and my co-founders, we actually came from human medicine. We have a combined 100 years of experience in human diagnostic medicine, and we're pet parents, also human parents, but pet parents. And we realized a few years back that our pets were having the same symptoms that we were seeing in our human patients. And so we were all working together at a diagnostic laboratory focused on root cause analysis. And specifically, we were doing gut testing in our pets to start. We felt like that was the biggest problem to tackle first. 70% of your immunity and your pet's immunity lives in their gut. And we looked at the market and realized there wasn't great option for pet parents. We wanted screening tests and prevention tests, meaning that, chronic conditions don't happen overnight. And typically there's usually about a 2-year span between an onset of a symptom, and some of them are obvious, things like diarrhea, constipation. Some things are not obvious, mood issues, behavior issues, scratching paws, bad breath, etc. But there's about a 2-year time between the onset of those symptoms and then a diagnosis of a chronic condition. And so our goal is to prevent illness from happening, number one. And number two is to really give pet parents guiding the course of treatment to make these changes at home for their pet's healthcare, so they're making informed decisions when it comes to diet, lifestyle, and supplement modifications.
So I'm a pet parent, and I want to check my dog's gut. I want to know, because the gut's it's the heart of everything. I mean, I think that just like you said, 70% we want a strong immune system. 70% of it's living in the gut. So I order this kit, and it comes home to me. And then, Laci, what happens? I get this kit in the mail. Then what?
So one of our pillars is ease of use. We are all about convenience for the pet parent. So you'll get a kit in the mail or at wherever you purchase it from. Everything you need is inside the kit. We have a poop bag, a little tube that is for the collection. All you have to do is collect a stool sample from your dog or cat. Easy peasy. You put it in a mailer and you send it off to our lab. And we do all the testing there. And then you'll get a digital report within 10 to 14 days about each of the analytes.
That's amazing. So 10 to 14 days, that's quick. And so has this technology, I know Jamie mentioned a little bit about this, but Laci, has this technology ever been around before? Like, when did the ability to do this first come into play?
So it's been around for humans for a while, and that's where our team came from. So they are very skilled and versed in these biomarkers, and they are tried and true. And when our chief science officer, Dr. Betsy Redmond, started doing the research for her own pet, she discovered that almost all of these analytes have been previously tested on animals before they came to the human market. So that's where our research came in. And we are the only ones providing these tests right now for pets at home. So the only way to get your calprotectin level checked is through us.
That's amazing. So I can't just, well, and I've had this question before. My dog's taken the test. So everyone listening, Sir Alvin has taken the test, and I'm going to talk all about that in the blog post. So easy. You even get gloves. I mean, we all pick up our dog's poop. Let's face it. Poop happens. You guys know that. You pick it up, you put it in the kit, you send it back, and you wait. So people are going to get a report. They're going to get results back. And why can't I just go to my vet and have my vet do that, Laci?
Well, these tests are unique in that they're fecal tests. So they're coming from poop. So it's different than what your vet might do with blood work at your vet's office. And with that ease of use, it's stressful for our pets to go to the vet, and it can be costly too. So those two components are helpful in that we have this available at home, ease of use for pet parents. And in the report, you don't need to be a vet to read it. It's very digestible for pet parents. We tell you exactly what's going on, what the issue is, and then even solutions and recommendations for things that can help your pet.
That's amazing. Jamie, so what makes Innovative Pet Labs different than other test kits? Because it seems like nowadays there are so many tests we can do at home for ourselves and for pets. Like, what makes IPL stand out?
Yeah, so anything we bring to market is actionable. So there's definitely companies out there you can do genetic tests, like finding out your breed, which is really cool. There's other things that you can do, is maybe like some sensitivities or whatnot. But when we created IPL, one of the pillars that we created on was that everything is research and clinically based, right? And so an aha moment to me when I came into the pet market was that it's very unregulated, which is very scary to me. We've only operated in human prior, so we treat our lab like it's a human lab. So the quality of testing is the quality that you would receive at a human lab, which is not industry standard across the board. Now, not to say there's lots of bad actors out there, but there can be some. And so when you're working with us, you know that everything is research-based, backed by clinical evidence, and proved by vets, which is very important to us.
That's amazing. So I test my cat. I send it in, and I get something through my email in 10 to 14 days, and the results are abnormal.
Yep.
Then what?
So we give you action items, and ultimately, yes, it's a home test kit, and that's what you take. But really, what you're purchasing from us is information and results, right? Action items. Mm-hmm. So we talk about, for example, inflammation, and we say if inflammation is high, then here are food changes to make. It might be just changing a protein from like a chicken to a salmon. Here are supplement recommendations. So we go beyond just saying like, hey, take a probiotic. We'll say things like, look for ones with specific strands of bacteria like Saccharomyces boulardii, because they happen to be effective in lowering X, Y, and Z, or inflammation, or where we describe. Things like omega, slippery elms, food in your kitchen that you can actually feed your pet. And then we also talk about lifestyle modifications, right? You have to think about it's total wellness. So yes, food isn't a part of the equation, supplements are, but so is your pet's mental well-being. So we talk about things like putting them on a routine, or, if it's been, the lawn's been sprayed, keeping them out of it, right?
Yes.
So really educating a 360 on your pet's total wellness and what you can do at home as actionable. That being said, on the flip side of it, if something is really wrong, we're going to red flag that and say, you know what, this is go straight to your vet. This is an absolutely need to be in front of it right away. This is abnormal. And now it's time for that bigger diagnostic workup. That is probably the next step.
And you've had cases where folks have found things as a result of doing this that they wouldn't have had any idea.
No, I mean, it's the ones that are asymptomatic, right? So people find us right now because they're reactive, right? My dog has diarrhea. My cat vomits on occasion. They might have been to the vets a few times and just really not gone anywhere. So that's where they're finding us. But a lot of GI issues can be asymptomatic, especially cats. Cats don't show symptoms forever.
Right.
And it's to the point, where then it gets too late and it's something really serious. And so we have definitely had multiple cases where we get reports back, and this is a very sick dog or cat, and it's a fast track to their vet for a big workup.
That's amazing. So Laci, should healthy pets be taking this test? And why?
Absolutely. So it's kind of a two-pronged approach. We think of it as a wellness check. Once a year, people should be checking their guts, and we should be checking the guts of our dogs and cats just to see where they are. And like Jamie said, several people, pets can be asymptomatic, so you don't know that there's something wrong. And then it can also be a check to see what is going on. My dog is licking his paws nonstop. I've been told it's not an allergy. Well, it's not an allergy, it's a gut issue that's leading.
Mhm.
So it can be both. It can be both proactive, and it can also help in addressing issues that are already there.
So then if I go on the Innovative Pet Lab website and I know I want to order a test kit, and you will after watching this because it's a game changer, how do I know which one I need?
Mhm. So we always recommend starting with the comprehensive. Now, I always hate saying because it's definitely our most expensive test. Listen, I'm a pet parent. Price is a thing, but gut problems are hard. And so when you start with the comprehensive, it looks at distinct areas like inflammation, immunity, digestion, detoxification, leaky gut, and what am I missing?
That's one.
Gluten sensitivity.
Yes.
So it looks at all 6 of those areas. Now, so you start there. You figure out what's going on, the root cause. We give you treatment recommendations, and then the goal is to follow up with an individual test. So you know that the problem was leaky gut. You don't have to do a comprehensive again. You just do the leaky gut. You know your treatments are working. You're on schedule, et cetera. That being said, I understand that price point can be an issue. So for when it's a price point issue, we've developed a chart on the site that's kind of symptom based. So you can look to see, if I'm having these symptoms, then maybe it's these things, and I should do this test. They're not all created equal, right? Just because I have diarrhea doesn't mean I have leaky gut. And just
Sure.
because I don't have diarrhea doesn't mean I don't have leaky gut. So it's not mutually exclusive, but we do try to provide some guidance there. Ultimately, though, we always do recommend starting with a comprehensive because it casts the widest net.
And I'll link to that in the YouTube comments in our little chart below, like the test the symptom checker that you just mentioned, because we all like those, that kind of thing. And I did the comprehensive on Alvin. So he went through it. Thankfully, it was normal. But either way, I plan to do it in 6 months. And I think that's your standard recommendation. Can you explain why?
Yeah, a lot can change, right? And we want to catch things before it's early. So, we always talk about part of yearly preventative care. Best in cases twice a year, but it's only up to the pet parent. Also, when you notice changes coming off of a virus, coming off of an illness, that can really impact your gut. And so, getting them back on schedule quickly is really important.
And Laci, we can buy this at Chewy. We could buy this at Innovative Pet Lab. We can get the tests at Amazon. And I know some veterinarians are also selling the test, and you have other stores. But the fact that vets are selling it as well speaks volumes to this. Any success stories that you could share with someone who's listening to this and they go, well, I know my dog or cat really needs it, but I don't know. Anyone that either of you could shout out about?
We have a story about a dog named Rudy who we loved. Rudy is a city dog. He lives in Atlanta, and he was walking with his parents. He'd have occasional diarrhea, occasional vomiting, but nothing crazy. They were just like, he's fine. He actually did the comprehensive review, and we found out he did have leaky gut.
Mm.
So they changed his food. He needed more of a routine. Rudy was kind of living his best life all over the place. So he started walking consistently. They stopped and made sure that Rudy wasn't eating, things off the street anymore. And changed his food and added probiotic. In particular, slippery elm really helped him. So he retested in 3 months, and everything in his worrisome category, everything that was red on his initial test moved to green on his follow-up test.
Gosh.
So that parent could see that it is actually working, and Rudy's symptoms revolved. They said he was acting like a puppy again, and he was playing more and just generally happier. So we can show with the data that the test that things are improving on the inside, and they could see it on the outside with Rudy's behavior. So that was a win-win.
So where, Jamie, can people learn more? Like, I want to buy a test. Where's the best place to start?
Yeah, go to our website. There's a plethora of information. We have multiple case studies like Rudy on there. It's my favorite thing to share our case studies. And actually, if you like our product reviews too on Chewy and Amazon have been fantastic. And you know that those like those are all, we can't do anything about that. So
Yes.
that's been very rewarding to see that we're really helping pet parents out there. But definitely in our learn section on our website. And if you're a data person, depending on your level, there's a lot you can dive into. We list our clinical studies that we pull from, the ones that are out in the market already. We talk about gut health. We get down to like the lumen and what intestinal permeability looks like. And so there's lots of great learning modules on there and articles that you can look through. There's blog posts. So we really are trying to educate the market and pet parents alike that the importance of gut health.
I think a lot of us listening, and I know when I first met you ladies, I thought, where was this so many years ago? I wish this was around when, I lost my first cocker to a intestinal disease. And the beautiful thing is that life evolves. And like when we know better, we do better. And you, majority women owned companies, are coming out and saying, here's what you need. And this works and it's effective. And this is how we could show you how effective it is. And again, I started this and in this last minute or so, I'll come full circle with it. We all want our pets to longer, healthier, better lives, and they can't talk. I mean, they can't tell us what hurts or what, I have a stomach ache, or every time you feed me that, it makes me feel queasy, or, they're just going to do what they're doing. And I love that you gave pets a voice with this product, because I think that, that's the greatest gift you could give a pet parent. So in these final moments, I like to have a little bit of fun. And Jamie, you start with it. It's usually 3 questions each. Nothing that's, it's all G-rated. Pets, who are the pets that have touched your life or that you share life with right now?
So Junebug is June. Our dog is our golden retriever. She's an English golden. I keep saying that we do not deserve this dog because she is just the biggest gem in the world. So June is our pride and joy. My first dog that my husband and I had when we got married, Lulu too, holds a very special place in our heart. She was my first child. And someone we still talk about to this day. And I had a cat, Pepper, growing up. Those are probably my 3, but June's at my feet. She's always here. She was a COVID puppy and she's the best decision we made. And
so keep this on even playing field, so you don't know what questions are coming. Laci, how about you? Tell me about the pets in your life.
We have a 9-month-old golden doodle. His name is Winston, and he is a joy. He's a hot mess. He has been through some trials in these first couple of 9 months, but he's doing great. And so we adore him. And I would say my soul dog was probably my boy Jackson. He was my first child too, and my husband and I had him luckily for 11 years, but we lost him, and he was just a gem. Like Jamie said, we didn't deserve him at all. He tolerated us and loved on us and was just the best. So on
that topic, what do you love? Like, what is it that you love about sharing your life and now your career in the name of and with pets? What do you love about them?
Me first or to Jamie?
Yeah, you go since we have you now.
Well, first of all, they are just the best to work with because pets are they love unconditionally. Like they can get in trouble for stealing a cookie on the counter, and then it's like, I still love you. It's fine.
Exactly.
And I think it's funny because I actually got into this with Jamie because she kept asking for Jackson's poop. She would call me and be like, hey, next time you come over, could you just bring some of Jackson's poop? And I was like, okay, weirdo. Like, stop.
Good story.
Ew, what are you doing?
They'll ask for it.
Oh my God.
So it just brings us together. Like, a pet makes you smile. We don't do anything to deserve their love. They just love us. And
I love that.
Any part of my day that I can spend making their lives better, like, I'm happy to do it. So
we know each other because in the name of pets. I mean, I love the windows and the gateways and the doors they open. They just bring good pet people find each other. And Jamie, how about you? What's the impact that pets have on your life and career? Why do you love sharing life with them?
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's I could be here all day talking about that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, as now being in the pet industry, one of my favorite things is about half of every call I do on Zoom or whatnot, there's some sort of pet crashing it. I love it. Like, it just makes the day so much fun. We had a cat that shut the camera off on somebody once. I mean, just so good. And honestly, I say the June we don't deserve her. And I told this story some other day. she's my dog. Like, I have always worked from home. I feed her, I walk her, she sits by me. Like, I mean, my kids would argue, but she's my dog. And when I wrestle with my kids, if we're like playing around and she thinks we're being too physical with them, she'll gently come over and put her hand on her mouth on my arm and walk me away.
Oh,
And I'm just like,
wow.
it blows my mind that she just knows, and she's so gentle, and she's like, no, they're little, must protect the little ones. And the fact that like that's intuitive to her, this creature, I just like, come on, why would we not do everything for them? So
I love that, because that's what you two are. You're giving back so much to pet parents by having this test, this series of tests that, because your dog and cat can't speak for themselves, this test can. I mean, I see it, you see it, and I just hope everyone checks out innovativepetLab.com. And I thank you both for being here for this, and good luck with everything.
thank you for having us. This is fun.
Thank you. Like what you saw? Make sure you hit subscribe so that you never miss a video here at Phytos of Reality.